2023. Hi, I'm Nate the Bias User, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new BabyTron album, Bin Reaper 3 New Testament. Short amount of time, but we already have a follow-up to the last BabyTron album that dropped last year, Bin Reaper 3 Old Testament, with this new one being almost double the size compared to its predecessor. But I got into this hoping it could keep the same amount of quality, despite the longer length. But the album misses immediately on the intro Forever Scams, where the loss in unique production results in BabyTron sounding like any other fast, ranting, do whatever you want, no matter the tempo type of rapper. And the instrumental was skeletal as fuck. I guess the follow-up Next Level 2 was a little better, but it went through 4 different beats, and at least one of them was unbearable. Specifically the last one, with the spamming of badly mixed clap sounds. But to talk about any type of good, I'll just go straight to Gimme Dat featuring Lil Yachty. That gave out catchy horn repetition and a bouncing bass sounding good, and Yachty's performance was unique even to his standards, with him being very out there on his rapping, which is something I would love to hear more of on his future solo works, rather than the bummed out rapping I typically hear out of him. To continue praising the features, I'll give no thanks to Babyface Ray on CatDog and just go to the Cordae featured Beetleborgs, where the beat goes jazz rap for Cordae's comfort, and both him and Tron were able to work well there. But even when the instrumental switches up to the more trap BabyTron-esque stuff that goes city pop, Cordae was still able to create impact. This track was an example of ambitious feature placement. But on the unlucky other side to this subject, we get R.I.P. HUTCH featuring Remble and Rico Nasty, and I enjoyed them both, believe it or not. Rico has never disappointed me, and Remble was just talking slow with attitude, and didn't seem to take himself seriously, which was something I actually enjoyed. It was fun. But when we get an artist like him doing what he does, just to get followed up by an aggressive, on-point Rico Nasty, it hurts the pacing a lot. Dirty Draco was a banger where at first I was turned off by the high auto-tune from Con, but I grew to like how it rested on the beat. And I will also give props to the song You Would Have Thought, that brought in a nice heavy bass, complementing its 80s pop sample. But this is sadly the last good track on this album, and has a good chunk of mediocrity afterwards. Especially the closer, I Can't Call It, that closed the album just as bad as it began. And I know there were moments on this album I praised, but please know I never felt that way track for track. There was always a handful of shit to go through that aren't even that worth acknowledging just because of how many there are on this bloated record. Bin Reaper 3 New Testament is a record where BabyTron flexes his good connections for better or worse. But what isn't for the better is this double than enough track list. I'm gonna give this album a 5.1.